Hi guys, and welcome back to another video featuring Chris and Dwarven Forge tiles. This will be the final video, for now at least, of the game tiles, because I don't have any other sets after this one, and we're going to look at narrow passageways. Now this is quite a new set for me. I'm not sure if it's quite got the staying power of the other two, but it's got some interesting bits to it, and maybe that can make your games a bit more exciting. So this is definitely not one we will be looking to buy early doors, but if you've committed to the Dwarven Forge sort of mantra by now, and you're looking at a way to spice up some of your layouts, I think this could be a really interesting set for you to use. So we'll drop in, we'll show it in use, and hopefully you'll get a better idea of how these tiles work. So here we have the Dwarven Narrow Passageway set. Okay, now it's not got many pieces. It comes with 14 of these cool tiles, and I actually haven't looked at the price, so I would imagine they're probably about $70. So that tends to be the price. See, it's this sort of one which I think where you want to get it painted, because that's going to be a real pain to do personally. You can't get your brush in there easily, and they have done a good job, you can see. So you can see it's not quite the same. It fits one of these, so this is why it's called a narrow passage. A wide passage is is one of these with walls on it. Okay, but that means it doesn't really fit with all of the other tiles, whereas this one will sit flush with the other tiles. In fact, it's actually slightly smaller than the other tiles. So what I'm going to do is I'll go through the other bits, I suppose, and then we'll cut away and show how it's used. This is a really lovely piece going from your 2 into your 1. Okay, so you're going to set that up against this, and you can see how that will sort of set you off on your narrow passageways. And then these are, so you get 2 of those, and then you get 6 of these little corners. And these are the star of the show. Don't look like much, do they? They are so useful. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I will cut away and we'll show you how a dungeon might look with some of these tiles in place. Okay, so this has taken me a couple of minutes to set up, and you can see this is the sort of layout we can now create. So you've got these cool short passageways. Now they do take a model. Okay, so here we have just a snazzy WizKids, what is he, a bandit? Can't remember, human bandit, and you can see that they will fit. I'm not sure if you can see that. Yeah, you can see them fitting nicely in this. Sorry for bashing the tripod there, but you can see, there you go, our erstwhile bandits are wandering through the tunnel. Now these corner pieces are perfect for creating angles, and that is what makes them so versatile, because you don't need to use them for the tunnels. You can see here, it's the only way I've got a corner piece sitting in here, and that's the only way I've got this coming off at a snazzy angle. So it basically stops you from just having square dungeons now, and that's pretty cool. You'll see here, this is one of the curved pieces. So this is one I got with a Kickstarter, which is why I haven't done a video for them, because I only have like 6. So there you can see my little double door, small narrow door being used well, and you've got your main room. You've got your wide to small dividers there, and then you can see also, if you don't want to use, if you're going to do right angles, you don't need to use the corners. Again, this is just a bog standard corner. It's not perfect. You can see there's a little sort of gap here, and like we said, the size is ever so slightly off. I think they've done it, I think they've done one as 2.5 centimeters and one as an inch, which is 2.52 centimeters. So just slightly out, but that's that. So they're very cool. They are limited, because they are limited. If you had a big character, you would perhaps find them a bit more tricky. And one of the big criticisms that people have of Dwarven Forge is it's hard to see in. Now, I actively disagree for a room like this. Even if I put a little bed in behind that wall, okay, you can see from this angle, and this is not an ideal angle, you can see the bed there. You can just about see it. And as a human peering over, that's fine. If you had a load of things over in this corner here, and they were sort of angled like that, then it's this sort of argument that I could start to see why we might choose 2.5 rather than true 3D, so short little walls. So it is cool and it is useful, and I'm certainly glad I have it, largely because of those diagonal spaces, but it's definitely not needed. What's doubly interesting, as I'm sounding a bit like a broken record, is what the new Kickstarter is going to offer as passages, and I'll show you this in a video when it arrives. So this is your standard wall, and what you'll have is a little lip underneath there, and you will have a secondary wall going there, which will make it ever so slightly wider. Again, it won't quite perfectly align, but it will make for a wider passageway, which I think might be a bit more useful, a bit more practical. So it seems that they've heard this. Maybe one to potentially buy now, or maybe shelve and wait till the passages come out from the Dungeons of Doom Kickstarter. But it's a nice one. I'm glad I have it. I like the extra flexibility it offers, and that's why I'm showcasing it today.